Good morning. It is Thursday, August 18th, 2022. This is Ron Brown. I would like to show you some quick prospecting methods using HGSI and thinkorswim. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. This is my standard risk disclaimer. Any stock index or ETF mentioned in this presentation is not a recommendation to buy or sell. All trading strategies are used at your own risk. And if you're not an HGSI member, you should be. You should get the software because it's absolutely the best software out there for tracking and discovering good trades. Just go to highgrowthstock.com and you'll find the order link, or you can just copy this down and go ahead and start the trial. Now here's a quick look at the market. This is thinkorswim. You can see that the NASDAQ futures are slightly positive, but they've been all over the place. They're currently trading at 58% of their daily range, and if you look closely, right here, you'll see this. This is the E-mini futures for the NASDAQ. This is generating a no supply based upon the light volume and where the current close is in the daily chart for the NASDAQ. But it was much higher. It's pulled back. It was also much lower. So the market's looking for a direction. You can see that in this candle here. And then yesterday it traded down, but there were buyers towards the end of the day. And actually there were buyers earlier in the day, and then it came back down, and then today it's showing a star, doji star, which indicates lack of direction. With that said, I'm going to go into HGSI and I'm going to look at just a couple of user SmartGroups because I want some potential trades to look at. So I'm going under Tools, and I'm going to rebuild my user SmartGroups. Now, I just have a few user SmartGroups in here. I'm using my starter user SmartGroups, and there's some other SmartGroups in here which I'm not going to cover today. Okay, that's it. The stock prices are being updated in the background, and I want to just get a quick list here. This is my instant watch list of 16 stocks showing bullish tendencies. If I click through to my warehouse view, I'm sorted on raw combo. You can see that Console Energy is at the top. It's up 6.7 today, 6.7%, followed by E-Link, Super Micro Computers, and AMR Alpha Metallurgic Resources. So let's just flip through a few of these. I have my daily chart, or one of my daily charts that I look at. It's my black chart showing VPA. First of all, let's start at the top. You can see the date. You can see the current information. The volume is low. If you look down here, spread is below average, but it's widening, and the close is very high. Now this is the information from right now. If I click on this, this shows yesterday's information. The major trends are up, and this stock has shown a series of higher highs and higher lows, as you can see, and it's breaking out today. It's in the coal operations group. Earnings are out, and the earnings have been increasing dramatically. Now, if I had looked at this earlier this morning or after the market opened, this would have been an excellent trade. But I don't feel like chasing it right now. So let's look down the list here. Here is AMR. I don't really like this chart as much because it hasn't been trending. It does have a higher low after this higher high here, and now it's trying to establish a higher high. It was rejected yesterday, but money is flowing in today. Once again, the volume is pretty light today. If I click on this, close is very high, the spread's narrow. Well, the volume says high. my mistake. It's because I didn't look closely at this. This magenta bar is projected volume for the day, and it's almost up to the 90-day, 90-period moving average. Okay, let's keep looking. Now here is a stock, E-Link Midstream. Here's your higher high and here's your higher low, and it broke past resistance today, moving up nicely. Let's look at the earnings. You can see the earnings growth right here is very strong, and these earnings numbers show the strength, and it's no surprise to see good earnings in these energy stocks. Once again, I'm late to the party. I mean, I'm doing this midday, and I'm missing these trades. Now, supermarket computer, look how tight this stock is. Going to put a line on here. Okay, here's the gap up. It held the gap. After that, it broke past resistance, moved up, had a one-day pullback. This must have been earnings, or going into earnings, and then a gap up. Here's another gap. It was filled. No, the gap was not filled. I'm sorry. It was penetrated. And since then, after these 2 days of price rejections, the stock has moved up, and it looks like it's out to a new high. If you look over here, you can see that the volume numbers are much higher than normal. That's also reflected in this bar. Let's go down the list a little more. Now here is an inexpensive stock. It's a biotech stock. Big move up formed. I would consider this a flag, and it's breaking out past that flag on heavier volume. Now here is an energy company. It gapped up. Okay, here's the low. This is a higher low. Here's a higher high as it broke past there. Another higher high, and of course it had a higher high here. Here's a low, but it's higher than this low. Here, much higher. And here's a higher low, and now we're getting a higher high as it's breaking out. Now the volume is very light on this. Have to be careful. But it's another energy company. I'm going to just take a look at this. What do we have here? Out of these 16 stocks, 8 are exploration and production, coal, communications, computer hardware, and so on. Here's another energy group. So this is just one scan, and you can see that there are some decent charts in this list. And this the Smart Group goes in and pulls out stocks that are up for the day, and most of them are trading near the top of their daily ranges or within the 70 percentile. Okay, I'm going to drop down, and these are stocks that have pulled back, and you can see it didn't pull up 16 of them, but it pulled up 11, and out of those 11, there are 3 that are down slightly, and the others are moving up or higher. So here's your pullback, and here is a reversal. Potential reversal. Here's your pullback, here's a gap up, potential reversal. Same thing. Pullback, almost a low pivot. Extreme Networks here. Here's a pullback and a move up. Earnings are out. And this is an effort to rise after a no supply, a sign of strength. And this is definitely what I would consider to be a flag. Now everybody interprets these things differently, but let's just look at this. Okay, that moved up, and then here is a flagpole. Here's a short flag here. This could be a short flagpole here, and then is a congestion area and it's breaking out of there. You can see just these two user smart groups are pulling up some decent looking charts. And going back to my designer, these are the instant watch list, fan up, pull back, and there are some other instant watch lists in here for intraday. Now I'm going to show you one more scan that I really like. It's called low volume test. I'll use the fan up. And these are stocks whose fan is up. And let me sort on raw combo. And it provided a low volume test the prior day, and here's the confirmation breaking out. Low volume test, confirmation, still got some resistance here, but this is what it was based upon, the scan, the low volume test, confirmation, and trying to break past resistance. One more low volume test. Here is a confirmation, and this one did break past resistance today. So that's all I'm going to show you today. I want to keep this video relatively short, and enjoy and download my basic smart groups if you don't have them. My basic files, let me show you that quickly. You have to be an HGSI user. You just go to the add-ons. Bring this over into view. My basic files are right here. Click on the zip file. You'll get an error message more than likely. So go to the three dots, select keep. Keep anyway. You're getting that message because they're zip files, and then just download them and install them, and then you'll have these user smart groups that I just showed you. Thanks for listening.